Why the car market is broken forever. The car market is broken. And here's the harsh truth: it may never go back to the way it was. Cars used to be a symbol of freedom, a way to get around, live your life, and maybe even enjoy the open road. But now, cars have turned into financial traps, loaded with debt, inflated prices, hidden and technology gimmicks that nobody asked for. If you've been shopping for a new or used car lately, you already know it feels impossible. Prices are sky high, interest rates are crushing, and dealers are adding markups that make you want to walk out the door. The worst part? There's no quick fix. This isn't just a bad year. The system itself is broken, and it may stay broken. So today, we're going to break down exactly why the car market is such a disaster, and why it's not bouncing back anytime soon. The price explosion. Let's start with the obvious: prices. In the United States, the average new car now costs nearly $50,000. That's not a luxury vehicle, that's the average. Just 10 years ago, in 2014, that number was around $31,000. That's a jump of almost $20,000 in one decade. Used cars aren't much better. The average used car now sits above $28,000, according to Kelley Blue Book. That's more than the average new car used to cost not long ago. Why? It's not just inflation. Automakers have been deliberately pushing more expensive vehicles. Trucks, SUVs, and crossovers dominate the market because they bring in bigger profits. Sedans and compact cars, once the affordable choice, are disappearing from showrooms. The cheap car is practically extinct. So, if you're hoping prices will return to normal, don't hold your breath. The financing nightmare. But the sticker price is just the beginning. Financing is where it gets really painful. In 2025, the average car loan interest rate sits around 7 to 8% for new cars, and even higher for used cars. That means monthly payments are skyrocketing. Right now, the average monthly payment for a new car in the US is over $700. For many buyers, it's closer to $900. Think about that. A car payment that feels like a second mortgage. And it gets worse. Loan terms are stretching to 6, 7, even 8 years. People are so desperate to make payments fit that they're signing up for nearly a decade of debt. That means many drivers are trapped in negative equity, owing more on the car than it's worth for most of the loan. According to Experian, nearly 1 in 4 new car loans in 2024 were for terms of 84 months or longer. That's insane. So it's not just that cars are expensive. The way we finance them has become unsustainable. Dealer markups and hidden fees. Next, let's talk about dealers. During the pandemic, when inventory was scarce, dealers started slapping market adjustment fees on cars. A $10,000 markup wasn't uncommon. People paid it because there were no other options. You'd think now that supply chains have recovered, those markups would disappear, but they haven't. Dealers saw how much profit they could make, and they're not giving that up. Even today, buyers are reporting markups on popular models, especially trucks, SUVs, and EVs. On top of that, documentation fees, delivery charges, and mandatory add-ons like window tint or paint protection. These aren't optional, and they can add thousands to the final price. The result? You walk into a dealership thinking you're buying a $40,000 car, and you leave with a $50,000 loan. The death of the affordable car. Here's the part nobody wants to admit: affordable cars are dead. Remember when you could buy a brand new car for under 20 grand? That world is gone. In 2017, there were more than a dozen new models in the US that started below $20,000. Today, there are only 2, the Nissan Versa and the Mitsubishi Mirage. And the Mirage is being discontinued after 2025. That means if you want a new car for less than $20,000, you're basically out of luck. Automakers realize they can make more money selling $40,000 SUVs than $18,000 compact cars. So they stopped making the affordable ones. It's not a supply chain issue. It's not inflation. It's strategy. The industry abandoned the budget buyer. And that's why the entry-level car market is broken for good. Used cars, no escape. So maybe you're thinking, forget new cars, I'll buy used. Well, bad news. Used car prices exploded during the pandemic and never fully recovered. In 2021 and 2022, prices surged over 40%. And while they've come down a little, they're still way above pre-pandemic levels. Why? Because those cheap new cars I mentioned, they don't exist anymore. If automakers aren't building affordable cars, then in a few years, there won't be affordable used ones either. The supply of budget-friendly used cars is drying up. Even 10-year-old cars with over 100,000 miles are selling for ridiculous prices. People are paying 15 grand for vehicles that would have been worth 7 or 8,000 just a few years ago. The result is a used car market that offers no real relief. Insurance and ownership costs. But wait, it gets worse. Buying the car is just the beginning. Insurance premiums have skyrocketed. In the US, the average cost of car insurance jumped more than 20% in 2024 alone. That's the fastest increase in decades. And there's no sign of it slowing down. Why? Repairs are more expensive than ever. Modern cars are packed with sensors, cameras, and technology. A simple fender bender that used to cost $500 to fix can now run you $5,000 or more. Insurance companies are passing that cost on to drivers. And then there's maintenance. Tires for larger SUVs and EVs cost more. Battery replacements in hybrids and EVs can run into the tens of thousands. Software subscriptions are creeping in too. Heated seats, faster acceleration, and advanced safety features are being locked behind paywalls. Owning a car has never been this expensive. The subscription scam. Let's pause here and talk about subscriptions, because this is the newest way automakers are squeezing money out of you. BMW made headlines when they announced drivers would have to pay a monthly fee to use heated seats features already built into the car. Mercedes experimented with charging extra for faster acceleration. Tesla has been charging for software features like full self-driving for years, even though the technology isn't fully functional. This is the future automakers want. You don't just buy the car, you keep paying for it, month after month, forever. It's the Netflix model, applied to vehicles. And once people accept it, it's nearly impossible to go back. So not only are cars more expensive upfront, they're turning into never-ending payment machines. The dream that deed. Here's the sad truth. For generations, owning a car was a rite of passage. It was freedom, independence, mobility. Today, it's debt, stress, and compromise. Young people are being priced out completely. According to recent surveys, Gen Z drivers are waiting longer to buy their first car because of affordability. Many are relying on ride-sharing or public transportation instead. The American dream of owning your own set of wheels is dying. And unless something changes drastically, it's not coming back. Why? It won't get better. So, will it ever go back to normal? Probably not. Automakers have no incentive to build cheaper cars when they can make huge profits on expensive ones. Dealers learn they can charge outrageous markups, and customers, at least some, will pay. Financing companies are happy to stretch loans longer because it means more interest. Insurance companies are cashing in on higher repair costs. Everyone in the system is making money except the buyer. And that's why the car market is broken. Not by accident, but by design. Cars were supposed to be freedom. Now they're financial traps. Prices are up, payments are up, insurance is up, and affordable options are disappearing. The sad reality is, this isn't temporary. This isn't something that will fix itself. The car market is broken, and it may be broken forever. I don't sugarcoat. I tell it like it is. Know the risks. Demand better. Because the way things are going, the car in your driveway isn't just a vehicle, it's a burden.